Hey everybody, I'm here today. I'm going to interview Sean Jacobs with Legacy Furniture. I got a couple questions for all of his 12 subscribers that are real curious as to what's going on. This way, we're going to find the answers straight from the source. So Sean, where have you been and what is new? Well, Sean, a lot of things have been going on in my life. With this COVID stuff, it kind of makes you realize that life's a little too short, and it was a little time for a change. So I switched jobs. Something that I guess my real job, since I was working way too many hours, I couldn't get into the shop. So I found a place that's a heck of a lot better for me. So now I should have some more time to get into the shop and do some more videos, and hopefully bring you some content. Now, as far as my 12 subscribers go, maybe you should tell other people to subscribe, and I'll have more subscribers. But thanks to my 12 subscribers, I appreciate that. I didn't think I'd be doing stuff like this. It just kind of started as video and projects I was making for customers. So I figured, well, what the heck, I'll video them instead of just taking pictures, and I can kind of keep them appraised of the progress I'm making while I'm working in the shop. So plus it's been fun. It's a fun thing to do. So with that being said, is there any news you want to tell your fans and your followers? Well, Sean, the big news was the job change, and I got some new toys in the shop, including a new table saw, which took me some time to get together and get it square, get it ready to use. And now winter's hit here in Ohio, and I spent a little less time in the shop just because it's cold. So if anybody wants a project done, some furniture made, I'm still available to do that. I don't mind working in the cold. I do have a heater in there, so I can heat it up and get your projects done. Can you tell us what you're working on? Something going on in the shop, or anything specific that you got coming up? Yeah, well, I'm working on some charcuterie boards. I was lucky enough. My wife works with a really great artist here locally, and she's showing me a few new techniques I can do with epoxy, including alcohol inks. Just a little different look. I'm hoping to get some new perspective on how to do it. I'm mostly a mica color guy. And I thought maybe I could get some of these up on my website, which they are, and for sale, by the way. She also brought some different media. I have a board with some flowers in it, which really come out really, really nice. And some other ones that I played around with. So that should be a fun project. If you give me a minute, I will show you some of them. So here you have a couple of the final products. This board here, I'll kind of scroll it across, was completed at that time, and I got a couple other ones here that I'll bring across, and you can see the work with the epoxy come out pretty nice. I got one more here left. Again, they're for sale, so I've sold a couple, so I don't have them for this video, but yep. So these are the three I have left. You can check my website, lgf-furniture.com, and you'll see all the available products I have for sale. Go check it out. And I'm always on Facebook, well, as much as I can be. So I'm hoping to get more and more as we go along. So thanks for subscribing, and if you haven't yet, subscribe. I'm going to have some more content here. I got some pretty cool projects coming up, so thanks again. Well, thanks for your time, Sean, and hopefully we get to see some more videos and a few more entertaining clips from you. Thanks. molds are ready. You can see them sitting out on the bench there. Just mixing up everything by the ounce. I'm lucky enough to be able to use a scale, so I try to mix everything. This is a 2-to-1 ratio mix. I'm using Upstart epoxy. It's fairly expensive epoxy, but I do not have any air bubbles. I do not have any extra work. The working time is about 6 hours, so once you start setting up, you can start playing with your colors and that kind of stuff. So I do use Upstart epoxy. I'm not sponsored by them in any way, but this is the best product that I found. Just a simple search on the internet. I bought a lot of epoxies on Amazon, and they're just not up to par. So here I am mixing. I'm getting smaller cups. Mix this back into, so we're getting prepped to pour. And we got this all mixed up, and now I'm ready to pour. And you got to do 2 or 3 weird faces in the background. That's the only way you can get your epoxy poured in there, is to give some weird faces in the background there. She's not going to like it, but I guess she just appeared on YouTube, so the camera was pointing at her the whole time. So anyways, I am pouring this into a separate cup because I don't want to overspill the epoxy onto the wood that's in there. So this is going to be for that alcohol ink that like I said, she didn't want to be on camera and she didn't want her voice heard, so that's kind of why I'm doing this voiceover, but you have to listen to my voice on this whole thing. Once that's done, we'll get into the actual pouring of the alcohol inks. Alright, so we finally got that thing poured. Now here you can see she's starting to get this thing set up to put this alcohol ink. Now alcohol disperses in epoxy, so you get a little different effect here. I think she just picked some random colors, and you could see the movement of that epoxy. Really makes for a nice effect. From what I learned over the time here, I guess you just randomly pick colors and keep adding them in until you like the way it looks. This board really come out neat. I let her take this one and keep it for helping me out and teaching me something. So again, you can see she's just adding color. The more color you add, the more it disperses, and the better it looks. Just random. I mean, this is your artist eye. She's picking whatever color she thinks looks good. She's trying to show me how it's trying to feel its way all the way through the bottom of that epoxy. You'll see in a later clip here how it gets all the way through, and there's a completely different effect on the bottom as there is to the top. And here's where she's going to just keep adding color after color. The technique here was to add the color and then add the white, because the white seems to be a little bit heavier and it pushes the color down even more. There I'm showing you what my finger looks like in the camera. Again, she's just adding some more color and more color. There was really no method to it. Like I said, just to the artist eye. So you can see the really cool effects that's starting to take shape. Okay, so now you can see kind of where this is, once I get the camera straightened around, where it's starting to flow all the way down through the bottom of the mold. This is going to give it a completely different look at the bottom of this. Really a cool effect. I'm going to try to get some projects together where I can work with this some more. So what she did was, after putting all this color in, she kind of gave it a little design on the top as well. So it really ended up looking neat. Here's one that I'm used to doing. This is with mica color. You can see I divided the mold, I guess the pour, into two. I just use masking tape of some sort. Here I got the blue tape, so I can pour the different colors on each side. Then you let it set up, a good 4 or 5 hours, and then you can remove that tape, and the two colors will start running into each other, and it makes for a really cool effect. At least this is how I do it. If you just go ahead and pour them all together, sometimes the one color will be a little more dominant over the other. So I usually use a blue tape in the middle of this.